Hello everyone and welcome back to the Living Limitless channel. My name is Graham and today we're tackling a subject that is, without a doubt, the single most important skill you can ever learn if you want to build wealth and live life on your own terms. I'm talking about your money. More specifically, I'm talking about telling your money exactly where to go, instead of wondering where it went. For so many of us, especially when we're just starting out, the idea of managing our finances feels overwhelming, complicated, or just plain boring. But I promise you, mastering this one area of your life is the foundation upon which all your biggest dreams are built. Whether that's traveling the world, buying your first property, or simply having the freedom to say no to things you don't want to do. The mission here at Living Limitless has always been straightforward, to give you the tools and the mindset to break free from the conventional path and design a life that truly excites you. We talk a lot about investing, about side hustles, and about building incredible things. However, none of that is possible without a solid financial base. Think of it like building a skyscraper. You wouldn't just start stacking floors without first pouring a deep, strong, and reliable foundation, would you? Your budget is that foundation. It's not the most glamorous part of the building process, I'll admit, but without it, everything else you try to build on top will eventually come crashing down under the slightest pressure. So, what we're going to do today is demystify the entire process. We're going to dismantle the myth that budgeting is about restriction and sacrifice. I'm here to show you that it's the complete opposite. A good budget is a plan for your freedom. It's a system that empowers you, giving you total control over your financial destiny and unlocking a world of choices you might have thought were out of reach. We're going to walk through some incredibly simple, yet powerful systems that you can start using today, right after you finish watching this, to get a handle on your cash flow and start making serious progress towards your goals. This isn't about penny pinching, it's about purpose-driven spending. Forget everything you've been told about complicated spreadsheets and endless hours of tracking every single receipt until you want to give up. The methods we'll cover are designed for the modern world and for people who have better things to do with their time. This is about creating a simple, sustainable system that works for you, not against you. By the end of our time together, you won't just understand how to make a budget, you'll be genuinely excited to do it. You'll see it for what it truly is, your personal roadmap to living a limitless life funded by your own smart decisions. Let's get into it. The first and most important step in this entire journey has nothing to do with numbers or apps. It's all about your mindset. For years, the word budget has been given a terrible reputation. When people hear it, they immediately think of all the things they can't do. They picture a life of saying no to fun, no to dinners with friends, no to that new gadget they've been eyeing. They see it as a financial cage, designed to restrict their lifestyle and suck all the joy out of spending money. But this perspective is fundamentally flawed, and it's the very thing holding so many people back from achieving true financial independence. It's time we completely reframe what a budget actually is. Instead of a cage, I want you to start thinking of your budget as the key that unlocks the door to that cage. A budget doesn't tell you that you can't spend money, it simply gives you permission to spend it without guilt, stress, or regret. It's a tool for intentionality. When you have a plan for your money, you are the one in the driver's seat. You get to decide what's important to you and allocate your resources accordingly. That daily coffee that brings you genuine joy? Great, put it in the budget. Saving up for a dream holiday to Japan? Fantastic. Make it a priority in your budget. It's about aligning your spending with your values, not eliminating spending altogether. This shift from a restriction mindset to an empowerment mindset is everything. When you operate without a budget, you are effectively letting your impulses, marketing tactics, and societal pressures dictate your financial life. Every purchase becomes a question mark. Can I afford this? Should I be buying this? Will I regret this later? This constant, low-level anxiety is far more restrictive than any budget could ever be. A budget removes that anxiety. It provides clarity. When you've already allocated £50 for eating out with friends, you can go and enjoy that meal completely guilt-free, knowing that your essential bills are covered and your savings goals are still on track. So let's make a pact right now to ditch the old definition. From this moment forward, a budget is no longer a list of what you can't have. It is a strategic plan for getting everything you truly want. It's the ultimate form of self-care, because you are actively designing a future for yourself that is stable, secure, and full of possibilities. It's the difference between being a passenger in your own financial life, being tossed around by circumstances, and being the pilot, confidently charting a course towards your desired destination. This is not about limitation. This is about liberation. Alright, with our new empowerment mindset firmly in place, let's get into the practical tools. The first system I want to introduce is arguably the most effective one out there, and it's called zero-based budgeting. Now don't let the name intimidate you. The concept is incredibly simple. It all comes down to one basic formula. Income minus expenses equals zero. All this means is that at the beginning of each month, you give every single pound that you earn a specific job to do. Whether that job is paying your rent, buying your groceries, going into your savings account, or being spent on entertainment, every pound is assigned a purpose until there is nothing left over. The beauty of this method is its precision. It forces you to be intentional with your money because there's no vague, undefined pool of cash left to be spent. You start by listing all of your income for the month. Then you list all of your fixed expenses, things like rent or mortgage, council tax, phone bill, and any subscriptions. After that, you account for your variable expenses, which are things that change each month like groceries, petrol, and utilities. Finally, and this is the crucial part, you decide how to allocate the rest. This is where you assign money to your financial goals, like saving for a house deposit, investing in a stocks and shares ISA, or paying off debt. Let's walk through a quick example. Imagine you bring home £2,000 after tax, your rent is $700, bills are $200, and your phone is $30. That's $930 in fixed costs, leaving you with $1,070. Now, you estimate you'll need $300 for groceries and $100 for transport. You're left with $670. The zero-based budget asks, what is the job of that $670? You don't just leave it in your account. Instead, you could decide to put $300 towards your holiday fund, invest $200, allocate $100 for eating out, and put the final $70 into a miscellaneous fun money category. Now your income $2,000 minus your expenses $2,000 equals zero. Every pound has a mission. This system eliminates mindless spending because you know exactly how much you have designated for each category. If you've only budgeted $100 for eating out, it makes you think twice before ordering an expensive takeaway on a whim. It's not that you can't do it, it's that you have to consciously decide if it's worth pulling money from another category, like your holiday fund. This process gives you a crystal clear picture of your financial reality and forces you to confront your priorities head-on. It's the most powerful way to seize control and ensure your money is working for you, not disappearing into a black hole. Our second tool is a modern take on a classic system, and it works perfectly alongside zero-based budgeting. I'm talking about the envelope system, but adapted for our increasingly cashless society. The old-school method involved literally withdrawing all your cash for the month and physically stuffing it into different envelopes labeled groceries, rent, petrol, and so on. When the eating out envelope was empty, that was it. No more restaurant meals until next month. It was brutally effective because it made your spending tangible. But let's be realistic. Most of us aren't carrying around wads of cash anymore. Luckily, we can replicate this system digitally. The concept of digital envelope budgeting is identical. You partition your money into different categories, but you do it using technology. Many modern banking apps are now catching on and offer features often called pots, spaces, or vaults. These allow you to create sub-accounts within your main account. So when you get paid, you can immediately transfer the amounts you decided on in your zero-based budget into their designated pots. You can create a pot for bills, one for savings, one for groceries, and one for fun money. This creates a psychological barrier that prevents you from accidentally spending your rent money on a new pair of trainers. Here's how you can put it into practice. Let's say you have your £100 for eating out and your £300 for groceries. You could keep that £400 on your main debit card for daily spending. The rest of your money, for rent, bills, savings, and investments, gets moved into separate, dedicated pots the moment you get paid. You essentially make it invisible and untouchable for everyday transactions. Some apps even allow you to pay direct debits directly from a specific pot, which is a total game changer. It automates your financial discipline, ensuring your most important obligations are met without you even having to think about it. If your current bank doesn't offer these features, don't worry. There are also brilliant standalone budgeting apps like YNAB or You Need a Budget, and Good Budget that are built entirely around this digital envelope philosophy. These apps connect to your bank accounts and help you assign every pound to a virtual envelope, tracking your spending as you go. The key takeaway is to create separation. By ring-fencing your money for its specific job, you remove the temptation and the possibility of accidental overspending. It's like giving yourself guardrails for your financial highway, keeping you safely on the path to your destination. The final tool isn't a system or an app, but rather a powerful technique to weave into your daily life mindful spending. This is the practice of pausing and bringing awareness to your purchasing decisions, especially the non-essential ones. It's the antidote to the impulse buys, the add-to-basket clicks that happen on autopilot, and the social pressure spending that can so easily derail even the best-laid budgets. Zero-based budgeting and digital envelopes provide the structure, but mindful spending is the ongoing practice that makes it all stick. It's about asking yourself one simple question before you pull out your card. Does this purchase align with the life I am trying to build? This isn't about judging yourself or feeling guilty, it's about curiosity and intention. Let's say you're browsing online and see a jacket you like. The mindless approach is to click buy now because it looks good and it's on sale. The mindful approach is to pause, take a breath, ask yourself, do I actually need another jacket? Is this something I plan for in my budget? Will this purchase bring me more long-term happiness than, say, putting that same 60 pounds into your travel fund or your investment account? Sometimes the answer will be yes, and you can buy it confidently, but you'll be surprised how often the answer is no. A great practical technique to cultivate this habit is to implement a waiting period for non-essential purchases over a certain amount, say 50 pounds. If you want to buy something that isn't a necessity, instead of buying it immediately, put it on a list and wait 48 hours, or even a week. This cooling off period allows the initial emotional rush and the clever marketing tactics to fade. After a few days have passed, you can reassess the purchase with a much clearer head. More often than not, you'll find the urgent desire has completely vanished and you've just effortlessly saved yourself some money that can be redirected towards a more meaningful goal. Ultimately, mindful spending transforms your relationship with money from a purely transactional one to a values-based one. It connects your day-to-day financial actions with your big-picture life goals. Every pound you spend is a vote for the kind of life you want. Are you voting for momentary gratification and a wardrobe full of things you barely wear? Or are you voting for financial freedom, experiences, and long-term security? By simply introducing that moment of pause and reflection, you empower yourself to make conscious choices, turning your spending from a source of stress into a tool for building your dream life, one intentional purchase at a time. So there you have it, a complete mindset shift and 3 simple, powerful tools to take absolute control of your financial future. We've reframed budgeting as an act of empowerment, not restriction. We've explored how a zero-based budget can give every single pound a purpose. We've seen how digital envelope systems can create the structure you need to stay on track effortlessly. And we've learned how the simple habit of mindful spending can ensure your money is always aligned with your most important goals. These aren't complex financial theories. They are practical, actionable steps you can take today to start building a limitless life. Remember, the perfect budget isn't the one that's the most restrictive or complicated, it's the one you can actually stick with. Your system should be customized to your lifestyle and your personality. If you love the detail, lean into the zero-based budget. If you're more visual, find a great app with digital pots. The key is to start. Don't aim for perfection on day one. Your first budget will probably be a bit messy, and that's completely okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. Each month you'll get a little bit better, a little more accurate, and a lot more confident. Taking charge of your money is one of the most rewarding journeys you will ever embark on. It's a skill that will pay you dividends for the rest of your life, opening doors and creating opportunities you can't even imagine yet. Every time you make a conscious spending decision, every time you allocate money towards a savings goal, you are casting a vote for your future self. You are building that solid foundation that will support the weight of all your biggest ambitions. This is how you go from dreaming about your goals to actively achieving them. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Living Limitless channel. I truly hope this has inspired you to see budgeting in a new, more powerful light. Now I want to hear from you. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to budgeting? Do you have any of your own tips or favorite apps that have helped you on your journey? Please drop a comment down below. Let's share our knowledge and help each other grow. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on how to build your wealth and live life on your own terms. Your journey to financial freedom starts right now.